Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Project Highrise. Today, we are starting with $40,190, 2,094 media buzz, and 52 influence. Oh yes, not a bad start to a day. Once again, I decided to leave the game running for 5 minutes or so a couple of days could tick by. That way we're not beginning an episode with absolutely no money. I feel like that would be a bad thing to do, so I decided to let some money generate. Now let's make sure we don't, yes, we do need to get some renovations done, so let's get those out of the way. But what I would like to do today is continue to make money. And that sounds, I mean, let's be honest, that's kind of the point, so you might be sitting there going, well, duh. But I want to continue to make money, and I also want to start looking at getting some large offices in here. I also really want to get HQ suites, I want to get these expensive loft apartments, I want to get the luxury goods store, I want to get the gourmet restaurant, and I want to mention, and I'm not entirely certain, did I unlock these in the last episode? I don't remember if I did. I'm actually really... I don't remember unlocking these in the last episode. And I'm going to tell you why. If I didn't unlock these, if you didn't see me unlock these in the last episode, what happened is I played a game of this on a live stream. You didn't miss anything. I put in a new, it was a new save game, so I played that on a live stream for a few hours and pretty much maxed out the game and was doing incredibly well, just so I can have a bit of fun with the game, not recording it, and interact with people and sort of see everything there is to see in the game. So I'm a little bit more experienced with the game this episode than I was previously, but I don't know if unlocks in the game carry over or anything like that. I have no idea. So if there are things here that we didn't unlock, then I apologize, and that's because of the live stream, but if I did unlock these, then I'm wasting my time explaining it. Anyway, what I want to do is make it so that it's possible for me to get all of those things. Now, obviously, I can't currently get this large 2-bedroom apartment, so what I'm going to do is I want to demolish that and all of that stuff, and I want to come in here, and I'm going to expand. I'm going to go up 2 floors, up to the 15th floor. Like, in fact, you know what? Never mind that. Let's go up to the 20th floor. We have enough money to do this, so the 20th floor it is. We're going to go the whole way up like so. I'm going to get all my utility closets in. I'm going to get my cables and my pipes and all that stuff in as well. But what I also want to do, before I do, well, I can get the closets in, but before I get the elevators in, I want to see how big some of these things are going to be, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 floors. So 2 of these could maybe be apartments, then we could put some like large offices up there, which is maybe a bit strange for a building that is technically supposed to be for apartments. I guess if I really wanted to, I could start expanding this building up to the 20th floor as well, which I guess wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. So if we go up to the 20th floor with this building, this is going to give my workers a lot to do. And it is also not going to take all of my money. So if I go ahead and do this, I can start expanding up like that. I'm fairly certain there was a large office in there. Yes, there was. So that office left for some reason. I'm not quite sure why. I think they left whilst I was running the game. So what I'll do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... There's room for 6 large offices. We'll go to 7 just because we can. And we'll also go ahead and put the closets in that we're going to need here. So get all of those in, get these closets in too. And what I'm going to do is something that I started doing during that live stream I was talking about, which is just running all of my cables and all of my utilities across the floor before I even have it completely constructed. That way, there's never going to be an issue when I'm sat... In fact, you know what? I'm wasting a lot of money by placing these like this. If I place them like so, just up to the first little tile that's going to be in these offices, I'm saving money and I'm still doing what I need to do. So I'm just going to run these TV cables in as well, just like so, into that first tile. That way, we don't need to spend a whole heap of money getting these things in here, but they, like I said, still do the same effect. I think I might be repeating myself a little bit. It's a bit, you know, there's not much to say when you're just running cables. We also need to get gas in there just to be sure that these offices have absolutely everything they need. And that is going to be an excellent space for 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 large offices. Over here, we're pretty much going to have the same thing, but I need to run the cables the whole way across. So let's get these pipes and let's get these cables in, and then we'll start letting the builders do their thing. As you can see, it costs a lot of money to do, but the good news is that I have a lot of money. I can also run the simulation whilst I'm doing this. Well, all of the cables are where they need to be. We are missing 2 elevators from the top of there, but if I really wanted to, I could go take some loans to get some money, but we really don't need to take some loans. We'll be getting plenty of money once it ticks over to nighttime. We can also look at this. Now, we don't have money to get these guys in, unfortunately, but that's all right. Now, what can we put in there? That's a very good question. We could get another one of these guys, which I reckon we probably will. I also think it might absolutely be worth looking into expanding this place a little bit with some more large restaurants. I think it might also be a cool idea to get myself a couple of gourmet restaurants over here, because that is certainly a thing I could do. I could get 2 of them in that building, no problem, although I don't know about the spacing in the middle, but I could definitely do it. I might just go for the 1, though, and then decorate the building with a lot of nice things, but we will absolutely see. Let me go ahead and... Now, we do need to run some of these at some point. I know that for a fact. Some of these you do need to run. Now, this gives me more visitors for 24 hours, but this gives me infrastructure. Okay, you know what we'll do? Let's give this one a shot. Let's just run the thing and get more visitors for 24 hours and see what happens. That might knock my influence up a little bit. Once I have 95 influence, I'll be able to leverage my influence to improve your building in a multitude of ways. Okay. That is excellent to know. Lots and lots of influence popping up there. That is very nice to see. These buildings here are, or these rooms and lots here are getting constructed very nicely. Money should be coming in very soon. And then we have a fun set of decisions to make regarding what's actually going to go into all of these spaces. We also need to get the elevators there. A whole bunch of money there. Let's go ahead and get the elevators there and there. And that's all going to get constructed at some point too, which is excellent. We can actually look at moving some people in here. Financial offices are a thing. They need auditing services, professional marketing services, and building security services. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a lobby floor here, because this building here is going to become a services building, as much as it can possibly become one anyway. So I want to put that elevator there, and then I want to put, let's see, I'm going to put an elevator there and hope for the best. So that's going to become a lobby floor, so that's going to go there. Then we need to expand upwards like so. We'll do 2 floors just to get started. So we'll do that and that. Obviously, we're going to do the utility wiring closet there. And I don't know if I'm going to need garbage. I really don't. So I'm going to do... I don't know why I'm leaving that gap in between them, but apparently that is a thing I'm doing. Maybe, just maybe, I'll go ahead and bulldoze these guys and move the wiring closets this way a little bit. So that way those are all linked together. I'll run my cables across the way I usually do. And this is basically going to be 2 floors of services, like I said, so that means that they are going to be a bit closer to everyone else in the building. But it also means I can actually have them in the buildings and not have to worry too much about, you know, obviously having to expand the basement all that much. No, I can't do that. Let's connect like that, then bring the phone lines across like so. Okay, so those will get built hopefully fairly quickly. Then we can get the various services in the building that people want. What I'm actually going to do is go ahead and get this financial service in here. And then that should probably tell me what is desired. So we have things like... No, there is no demand. That's interesting. There will be when they move in, I assume. Unless I have a look. They needed auditing services, didn't they? That was one of them. So What is it? Professional auditing services. That can actually go in there, which I think I'll absolutely do, because that's a pretty good use of that space. So that's one thing that can go in when this is built. Obviously, we have a lot of construction still to do. And in terms of building staff, I can't really expand it in terms of... Oh, now we could get one of these. This will get me medium artworks, which I think would be quite nice. That's not a terrible option. That is definitely not a terrible option. Let's see, I could fit it in there if I wanted. I guess that might be worth doing. We'll see. We will absolutely see. I could chuck it. No, I can't chuck it down there. Okay. Let's have a look at spacing for these buildings, this building over here then. So in terms of housing, we're currently using the tiny studio apartment. If I use this one, I can get one in there. If I use this one, still one. And this one doesn't really fit. So that's unfortunate. We can do this two-story one, though, which I think would look interesting, but I don't know if I can actually get that in here. I guess we can test it and see. No, so we can't get that currently. So what can we get? If we can't get the two-story, we can't fit that one. We can fit that one, though. So if I put that one there, we just need more small stores, and that one needs more appliances and housewares. Okay, that's the one we're going to go for then. So I'll do a gap sort of like that, leave a gap of 2 either side of the elevator, and hopefully that'll be okay. We'll do a few floors of those apartments, and then we'll see how things go. Now, why is someone angry here? I assume garbage collection is becoming a problem. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll go to here, we'll go to trash, and we'll get another couple of trash collection rooms just there. And I'm also going to go to maintenance and get those guys to start renovating. There's 17 total tenants needing renovated. That needs done pretty quickly to make sure that people are happy. And what might also be a good idea is something that people have been suggesting in the comments, which is actually going ahead and putting things like shops down here near the metro. Because it's super busy down here, which is actually a very good idea. So that is something I'm going to do. We'll do a couple of two-story shops just there. And we could do a regular one up there, I suppose. So let's see. We'll go for an electronics place, I guess. That seems pretty good to me. And we'll go for a furniture store. And I also want to go for appliances and houseware, which I can't actually do. I don't have the money. But that's okay. Now, these guys don't actually have the... They don't have electrical connections, which is a bit of an issue. Apparently these guys... Yeah, why have I not got wiring closets down there? That's very strange. I'm also going to take a pretty hefty loan just so I can... We'll take this one. Just so I don't have to worry about silly connections here and there. So run that across to there. Run that one to there. And to there. And that point, and that one already has one. Now, I don't know if they need phone lines, but we will soon find out. I also realized I ran the electrical cable into these guys several times. This is one lot, this is one lot, so that was a little bit unnecessary. As for cable TV, I really don't know what we're going to need in terms of cable TV, but we will soon find out. Let's just run it into there and into there. These guys have water. These guys currently don't, which for some reason I can't actually connect it. There we go. Alright, so then water needs to run down into these lower floors as well, so give me a plumbing closet there and there. Nah, no, that I can't do. That space is already occupied. There's a light there. That's fine. We'll go ahead and run this to there. And that can go to there, and that can go to there. As for gas, it's going to be a similar story. That runs along there, that runs along there, and that runs to there. And then this guy runs into there. So that'll give those guys everything they're going to need. It also means I've got my loan. I can go ahead and get the appliances and housewares place, which we will do. And hopefully we'll see a lot of people using those stores sooner as opposed to later. Oh no, this is all getting constructed. Okay, let's go ahead and start looking at some large offices once again. So get those guys in there. You are quite happy with where you are. So what do they need? Auditing, marketing, security. Auditing, marketing, security. I'm gonna have to try and remember that. Unless I guess I could wait until this is all built. I'll tell you what we'll do, actually. I have got another list of names to put in the game, and if you don't know what that means, let me tell you. If you're watching this video and you want your name in the game, go down to the comments section and be like, yo, I think I kind of want my name in your game. My name is... And then when you say what your name is, or the name you want in, and if it's fairly reasonable, if it's not something too silly, I might select it, and I might be like, hey, you know what? I'm going to put your name in the game. That's not a promise. Some people think that I go through in order of names. I don't. It's completely random each episode. If you've already got your name in the game, you don't need to comment again. If you have commented before and still haven't, then comment again. I don't look... Once I get on to an episode, like this episode, I'm looking at the comments in the previous one, and then the next one, I'll be looking at this one. So that's how it works. Anyway, I have myself a list. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 names to put in this game. And we are going to kick things off with Edgar by I Am Pinecone. Suggested this one, and doesn't actually have anyone that he would like to be specifically. So, Edgar, or I Am Pinecone, there you go, buddy. You now work at my metro station. We then had someone wanting the name Megan into the game. That, I believe, was suggested by Megan Rebecca. And you, is this a visitor? That is a visitor. Let's not go with a visitor. You also didn't put a thing or role that you would like, so let's see. Lori, is that one that I put in this? I think it might have been a custom one. We'll do the little star there. Yeah, it was Lori and Allison were some of the originals. Rebecca, I don't know if that was... No, Amy was. Diana wasn't. So what we'll do, M-E-A-G-H-A-N, and then I'll do the R for your surname as opposed to that, so we again know that's you. And there you go, you now work in the expanded maintenance office. Here we have Robert G, suggested by Robert, I'm possibly going to butcher your surname, Robert Gronwald? Sorry if I'm butchering that. Fun fact, Robert Grunwald is a regular in the comments, and I do notice these. People think I don't notice my comments and don't read them. I notice regulars. Anyway, there you go, buddy. You are a worker. You work in the large construction office, and your best friend is Edgelord 5000. As suggested by Lightning Kid 27, he would like an office worker named Skylar. There you go, buddy. There is your office worker in that tower, which is getting a lot of work done to it at the moment. Hopefully things aren't too loud for you. Requested by Sam Blur TV. He wanted Sam in the game. So there you go, buddy. And also suggested by It's Emma. She wanted Emma in the game. And she said that she wouldn't bother putting her surname there because I probably couldn't pronounce it, so just put H after it. There you go. Hope the two of you are quite pleased with your jobs in a burger joint and I assume a diner / burger joint. And finally, before we move on to actual construction, Max Stern requested a lawyer named Max. There you go, buddy. You work at Susan M. McCarthy, LLP. Hopefully that's okay for you. Apparently though, hold on, what was it? You can't stand how grimy the walls are getting. Okay. Well done, Max. Let's go renovate some places and everything will be fine. So, getting on with the game, these guys here need security services. Now, that's something I can absolutely get. Let's have a look at the various things desired by my tenants. So, security services are a pretty big one. We'll go ahead and get some security services in there. We also needed some auditing services. That was another one. So, we needed... Where was the auditing services? There it is. So I'll go ahead and throw auditing up there. And I don't remember what else they wanted. You wanted building security, auditing, and professional marketing. Okay, so professional marketing is somewhere? I might be blind, but I am not seeing it. Commercial printing. Hold on a minute. Courier. Right, professional marketing services. File storage, professional auditing. Was I dumb reading that? What do they need? Professional marketing services, auditing services, building security. Yeah, I am not courier, office supply, bottled water, janitorial, copy, computer and IT, commercial printing, file storage, catering, professional auditing, corporate communication, temporary staffing, security. Yeah, no, I am not. I'm not seeing that. Okay, fair enough. What do the engineering guys want? More technical offices. These guys want temporary staffing and building security. Now, temporary staffing is something I actually can get. So we'll go ahead and grab some temporary staffing services, which can also go just there. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll get our financial office there. We'll get a creative office there. And we'll get another creative office there. And we can go ahead and add in the rest of these offices like so and get those sorted. Can't get engineering, can't get tech. We'll advertise for financial and we'll advertise for creative. And we'll head over this way and start having a look at these guys. So they want more... No, they want more luxury apartments. That's interesting. So if I go to here, I guess they want these smaller ones, don't they? Okay, okay. I'll tell you what we'll do then. We're gonna have to scale the way we do apartments. Let's get rid of those ones. Let's go ahead and add in these ones, because they're apparently luxury. We're gonna give them a pretty hefty hallway, because we really don't have much of a choice if we want to keep the spacing somewhat equal. We'll go for... I'll say 10 of them. And see how that goes. So a luxury one-bedroom apartment needs a greater variety of small stores. They also need recycling bins on the same floor. Okay, that's fine. We can go to trash. We'll get some trash bins in like so. In fact, I'll go ahead and throw the trash bins in for all of the floors. I'm also going to add recycling there. Then the hallways need to go in with the standard method. So just get the glass in like so. Bit of a thinner column of glass there, but that's okay. Then these hallways in front, I guess, are also just going to be glass. Which is maybe a bit strange for the middle of a building, but... Yeah, it's a bit strange for the middle of a building. Let's just do it in white so that it's still a solid building, I think. There we go. So that's fine. Those are going to be luxury apartments. They just need more small stores. Now, these are interesting. These guys, I assume, are doing very well. Which it certainly seems that they are. You're in a high traffic area. You are having strange smells coming from somewhere. I don't know where that would be unless it's just the pizza place upstairs. But I'm not doing anything about that, so you're going to have to just deal with it. Okay, so where on earth am I going to put... Where am I going to put some small stores? Because I don't know that I necessarily want them in this building here. Maybe it would be a good idea to add some small stores to this floor here. That is always an option. These are small stores. We could get one or two up here. Which is absolutely an option, I suppose. Which I'm tempted to do. I really am. It's very tempting to add some small stores here because that way I can sort of deal with the need that these guys have. And I think, honestly, I'm gonna do that. We'll see how it goes. We'll do a couple of small stores there. We'll go ahead and get... What do we do? We'll go for food and beverage stores. We'll go for that one. And then opposite, we'll go for a drugstore. And these guys are now ready to move in. Now they need housekeeping, laundromat, plumber, and handyman. So let's have a look. So they need a plumber, which is desired by my tenants. So we'll go ahead and get ourselves a plumber. They also need, some need handyman services. Some are going to need a laundromat. And the other one was housekeeping? So this, which is a bit bigger than I can actually get. I guess I could add housekeeping to this floor. And we'll also do, what else we got? Dog walking, dry cleaning. Dry cleaning's an option. It's pretty big, but it's an option. I guess we'll do it. Why not? Let's just get a couple of things in here. Laundromat, dog walking, can't fit. What else have we got? Floral tailor services. Good lord, there's a lot of fancy things I can put in here. Let's not bother with that for the time being. That'll hopefully keep these guys happy. So that gives them pretty much everything they're going to need. They don't like smelly or noisy areas, but they do have everything they're going to need. So I'm going to do luxury apartments in all of these, which will hopefully keep them nice and happy. Oh, hello. We have a bunch of office drones. Okay, don't mind if I do. Let's get those luxury apartments in, though. So those are now in. What I'd also like to do is pop up for here and get this art dealer, if I can, which I guess I could throw up there, but that seems a little bit out of place. That definitely seems a little bit out of place. Where can I put this? It has to be on a... Oh, what do you not have? You don't have a phone line? Okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. There's not a custom named person in there, is there? Doesn't look like it. I'm going to boot these guys out. Not because they're having problems, but number one, because I can afford to. Then I'll go ahead and get the phone switchboards. So we need phone... We can go for the expensive ones. Oh, wow, that's very expensive up front. That's very expensive. Wow. Let's just add that one in there then. And hopefully we'll have my builders come along and clear this out very quickly. Because then I can go ahead and add in the art dealer, which will let me get some medium-sized pieces of art, which will be quite useful. Come on, guys, get those out of there. There we go. So the art dealer goes in. Once that's built, I can get medium-sized pieces of art. Let's look at influence and see what we can do. Medium artworks. Let's go. All right. So I can now get medium art pieces, which will give me a... These sculptures give me a rise in prestige. A pretty big one as well. So, what I would like to do is, I guess, immediately, why not, we'll spend $10,000 on one of these, on a painting. That one there. So $10,000, prestige goes up to 17 immediately, which is, I would say, worth it. I would absolutely say that's worth it. Now we just need to get these apartments in, get the stores in, get all these bins and all that in. We also need to get someone in here. Let's see. Oh, hello. There's me money. Let's go for a... What's the most money we can get? Let's go for this. It's a breakfast and lunch. It's called Marie and Anthony's Gourmet Joint. Okay, now what do you not have? TV. Did I give you everything or not? Why do you not have TV? Ah. We don't have anything that can accept a TV set. Good. Good job, me. Let's get the TV thing in there, which now gives them all connections. Good. So what do these look like? Oh, those are very fancy. And we do have a tenant here already. There's a few places that don't have tenants, but that's okay. That's okay. We have enough of them. Now let's have a little look and see. If I go ahead and add in one of these larger apartments, I can get this one. This one needs more luxury apartments, which is annoying. That is very annoying that I need more luxury apartments, but I can get these 2-bedroom apartments, which, I mean, they're 580 in rent. These guys are actually less. I'm gonna go for a couple of 2-bedroom apartments, I think, because why not, really? Well, we have the space. We might as well. We kind of built the space for them specifically anyway, so we'll get a few of those. I'm also going to extend this to be, I suppose, 25 floors. I don't know if I'm necessarily going to have the money to get all of the utilities in right away, but I can at least get this built, which I think is absolutely worth doing. So we'll go ahead and get the closets in that we're going to need. We'll go ahead and get the plumbing closets. We'll go ahead and get the trash bins, and then the recycle bins. And I also need to make sure that I actually have recycling facilities, which I don't think I do. So recycling facilities need to go there. And I'm also going to say there just for good measure. So there we go. All right, there are so many visitors to the building at the moment. Let's do some renovations. That way everyone's happy. And my builders are absolutely doing a fantastic job. Now, I don't have much money, so I'm absolutely going to need to wait before I go ahead and attempt to connect all of the utilities across, but at least we have the space. Well, the excellent news is that we have 3 more large offices getting constructed here, which means that this contract is about to be done. I'm also going to have a look and see what I can do. So what does this want? 250 office workers in my building. Let's sign that contract and see what we can do. We have 104 thus far. Yeah, that's maybe going to take a while. That is maybe going to take a while, but that's okay. We are almost done with the large offices contract anyway, so once we get that done, things will be looking very, very good indeed. So there's 5 of 6. We should be seeing 6 of 6 any second. There we go. Okay. So what is this? Attract 3 what? 3 corporations. Oh, they want headquarters in there. Okay. That's going to be tricky. This wants 50 new residents, which I don't actually have, interestingly. So that's fine. We'll be getting that fairly soon. We probably also have the money to get all of the utilities in here, but I'm not going to do it just right away. I want to start spacing out the apartments at least, but let's not waste all my money right away until we have all of the apartments ready to go and all of the utilities done. That way, I can move a whole bunch of people in at once. That's kind of what I want to do. Well, no, that's a complete lie. I can't move a bunch of people in at once. I can at least get all of the apartments constructed at one time. That's my goal, not necessarily to have everyone in at once, though. So let's get that done. These floors are coming along in no time, which is amazing. There we go. So that's a lot of space for those apartments. Let's now see if I can get all of the utilities in one go, or if I'm going to have to wait. Also, I realize I could save a little bit of money if I just brought the utilities up to that front door, which I think I'm going to start doing. So we'll just bring them up to the front door, and not one tile further. The apartments are going in. We have all this decoration done over here. All of the utilities are in. Things are looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a sculpture here, because that's going to knock the prestige up a little bit, which is excellent news. And I think it just looks kind of fancy, and we're not really spending the money on much else at the moment. Although, we could probably spend it on maintenance. Yeah, we're going to spend a lot of money on maintenance there to make sure everyone is nice and happy. Look at that. How good does that look, having that giant bill? Oh, what do you not have? Water. Alright, not enough water meters in the building. That's a problem. I can solve that problem with one of the really cheap water meters for the time being, which I think I'll do. Just because that'll give us enough connections for the time being to tide us over until I can afford one of the proper ones, which I'm going to need very soon anyway. This is... yeah, that's a problem. Fortunately, I got that challenge out of the way, so I can go ahead and afford another cheap one, because I can't afford the more expensive. So we'll go ahead and throw another water meter in there. I really am going to have to change up my infrastructure at some point very soon. We have a lot of small utility sources that could be got rid of, because they're really inefficient. I think it might be a really good idea to perhaps look at a specific sort of utility building. Not a building as such, but like a basement section. So if I put like an elevator in here, which I'm actually tempted to do, that's not a terrible space for one. It might be a good idea to put an elevator in here that goes down to a subterranean structure, I suppose, that has all of my, you know, this floor is, or not this floor, but this column is electricity, this one is gas, water, blah, blah, blah. I think that could be a good idea. Now, there's my money, which is good. That's a lot of money, too. Let's see, what have we got? Height limits, art galleries. Let's get those. We can go ahead and grab this at some point. 5,000 for that art gallery. I will get that shortly. What is that unlocked in terms of this, though? Large art fountains. Okay. Not really interested in those just yet. I actually want to try this idea I have. So, I'm gonna chuck an elevator. I think I'm just gonna chuck the elevator in there, unless I wanted to put it over here. Yeah, you know what? Over here seems like a pretty good spot. So let's see what we're dealing with in terms of all of these. So the utility thing is 4 tiles wide, and there are 5 of them. So we need, I guess, 15 on this side, 10 on that side would work. That could totally work, because there's no way we're getting 20 over here. Let's see. What is this? That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we want to go like this. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So like that. Then in the middle goes the elevator. So that should work. And if I just do column after column after column of utility sources, that means we can get rid of all the utility sources over here. And I think that's going to be a really smart move. So let's just do several floors. I don't know if we're ever going to need this much. But what I'm thinking is I can go and do things like, you know, electricity, blah, blah, you know, wait a minute. Why did I do 15? Why did I do I needed 12 and 8. Hold on a minute. 1, 2, yeah, I need to take 3 and 2 off each side. I don't know why I did 15 and 10. So 3 off of that end. And then 2 off of that end. Now, what are you doing? You are stuck. Interesting. Did not think about that. There you go. Has that unstuck you? Yeah, it has. Okay. So get rid of those. And then I basically put all my utility things in there. And they're a bit expensive. But let's see. So 5,500 for electricity. 1 like that. No, that's a lot. Wow, they are super expensive. Very expensive per day as well. 17, 5,500 for water. And then 11,000 for gas. Sure. So there's 3 basic services coming in, then the 2 others go there. Then we just do columns of them. What that means, though, is I can come over here, and I can go ahead and get rid of the 2 water things I just added in. So I can get rid of you, and I can get rid of you, because I don't need them anymore. And in terms of water, it is still getting down there. I can also get rid of some of the gas things I've placed, because, again, they're just not necessary. So if I do... You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get rid of all of the small gas things we have there. And that does completely break my connection to that lower floor, but I'm just going to add some plumbing closets here. That way I can have the connection if I want it. And then I'll also add some wiring closets, I guess. So we'll add those just here. So we do have that connection down. We do already have a couple there. So I'll get rid of those. And get rid of that one. Now, what else do we have? Do we have any... No, that's pretty good. So what connections do we not currently have down there? You don't have water, and that's it. Now, that's easily fixed. So if I go like that. There we go. So they now have water. I can connect you up like that. That's fine. So, now what do you not have? You guys are actually overloaded with, we basically need more services. That's fine. I can also go ahead and take another contract. More residents. Get up to 100 residents. I'm at 60. I can do that. But yeah, what I'm thinking is basically these go in and we do, you know, 5 of those, 5 of those, 5 of those, 5, you know. We get this really efficient system for managing utilities where they all come from sort of the same block rather than sort of spreading them all through here. I think that is a much, much better idea rather than just having them all over the place. And I am actually really happy with how this is looking. I mean, these apartments are doing really well. A couple of bedrooms, nice kitchen. They look all right. Oh, someone just left, I think. Hold on a minute. Who left? Who got up and left the place? Ah, you did, and I don't know why. I actually have no idea why they got up and left. That's really confusing. What's up with you? You didn't turn a profit, there's too few customers or too much competition. Our employees are unhappy. Really? No one goes out there? I suppose it kind of makes sense. Those gourmet restaurants are sort of in a spot that no one's really going to. Which I guess is sort of their downfall, isn't it? Okay, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We'll go ahead and do... And I don't know if I have the money for this, but we'll see. If I do a couple of floors here, I'll do 3 of them. I'm not going to put services in, but that'd be kind of silly. But we'll do the floors like that. We'll get the closets that we're going to need. And then what I think we'll do is if we go ahead and add in some, let's get trash as well. So that's quite cheap to throw in there, and the trash bins themselves are quite cheap. If we get some apartments in there, it might be a pretty good way to drive some traffic this way. I don't know what kind of apartments. This here will probably have to be a lobby so that smells don't go up through, but I think it could be an idea to get some, maybe a couple of those could be an idea. That might work. We could go for a large apartment. It's about the size of, I mean, can I get one of these yet? I can actually get a large 2-bedroom apartment. They don't have daycare services, which they would like, but that could be pretty good. Let's also make sure that that sound I just heard was in fact me demolishing something and not someone leaving, which, yeah, that was me demolishing something. That's fine. Okay. Let's get the, oh no, that was someone leaving. You left. I really wish, that's my one thing with this game. I wish it gave me a reason for these guys leaving, although it might. We can go into this, which, to be fair, I don't know if I've actually shown you this. This basically gives me a lot of information about people. The problem is, I don't really see, you can't get where you need to, I mean, that's telling me the count of things. People can't get where they need to go, but that's my workers. Yeah, I don't really know what happened there. It might have been run down. We do need to do some renovations, but we can't afford it currently. Renovations are actually going to be super expensive as well. Fortunately, we will hopefully be getting the money that we need for it. We absolutely did. Let's go and do those renovations. And whilst that's going on, let's pop over here and go ahead and get the utilities in here that we are going to need. So, electricity for all of the floors. And then I assume phone lines as well. And probably just everything. So I want to try and get 2 luxury apartments over here, and hopefully it'll work. I don't know if it will. We will absolutely soon find out. So do that and get those pipes just there. Okay. So these large apartments, 1 and 2, and 1 and 2. Alright, so that'll hopefully keep those guys happy. If it does, then this might be a good idea. What's up with you? You're not turning a profit. Well, I don't know what to do about it. Don't know what to tell you. Really don't know what to tell you. Let's get that in there. Let's get this in here. Now, those apartments went, that one went immediately. This one, not so much. Oh, no, they're both gone. Okay. Let me have a little look. We could get some more sculptures to decorate this space. I think we will. We'll get a sculpture there. We'll get ourselves, I could get an art piece, but I think I'll hold on to the money just to be safe. So that's 2 large apartments. We could get a sports bar. What else can we get that's going to bring me more money? We'll go for a family restaurant. Why not? We'll see what happens. So get all of those in. It would be nice to replace this guy over here as well. So let's get that small apartment in. Let's go for a luxury. That's, oh, no, they don't have recycling. But I think we can fix that. Let's go ahead and go down this whole thing and get some recycling the whole way through. There we go. All right, so that'll get built in. I'm curious to see what this luxury studio apartment looks like compared to the standard one, which I guess is a bit grimy. Oh, that makes sense. Now, they do want television, which I'm going to have to keep in mind. Now, let's see if that apartment goes immediately. That is a luxury apartment in a sea of not-so-luxury apartments. Although, all of these luxury ones up here, the luxury apartments seem to go almost immediately, which I love. No, they did want daycare, didn't they? That was a service these guys wanted. They also need more plumbers, which, there you go. And they also needed more, another laundromat. There you go. So what was the other one? They wanted housekeeping services as well. Good lord. Okay, can I get like, can I do daycare in the basement? Is that a thing I can do? Like, can I just throw a daycare center down here? I don't have the space for it. Good lord. I could probably throw it in there. Sure. No. Oh, I just spent the money on it. It's not central. I don't care. Whoa, 1,500 brick the late? Sure. Do it. I'm not having it off center. That's just going to annoy me. Now I've got two, wait, what? When did I activate this loan? I'm not quite sure when I activated this one. Huh, okay, that's fine. Is anywhere horrendously wrong? Oh, someone left. Who left? Who got, oh, you left. Okay, yeah, that is definitely a bit of an issue. But at least these guys are seeing some service now. Also, look at that buzz. Look at that buzz. Yeah, it is definitely a good thing these guys are seeing some usage. It might be nicer if they had more, but there's not really much I can do about that. Also going to just decorate these floors differently. Every other floor is going to have a slightly different, just that different wallpaper to it, because I can. Okay, daycare is going in, and this is going to be a gourmet restaurant, which I actually can get in here, which has me very excited. We can't get the Japanese restaurant, we can't get the French one, but we can get a Chinese restaurant, an Indian restaurant, a seafood restaurant. I'm actually eyeing up the... I think we'll go with the Chinese one. They need trash and recycling on the same floor, gas, water, electricity, likes being near art and pretty things. Well, I can totally make that a thing. We'll go ahead and get you... We can't get large art, but we can get you a fairly expensive sculpture of a giant head. So we'll throw that out there. These guys need a phone line, that's okay. Let's go ahead and give you a phone line just into there. And I think you have everything, don't you? You have water, you have gas. You don't have water, though. It doesn't come into your building. So water and gas and phone and electricity. You don't have cable TV. I guess we'll give you cable TV. You don't have electricity, which is annoying. There you go. So now they have everything they need. Hopefully this gourmet restaurant will do okay. I have high hopes for it. It is the only gourmet restaurant in the entire... calling it a building's sort of inaccurate. The entire complex at this point. So hopefully that'll be okay. How expensive is it to go ahead and add another utility thing? So we didn't have cable TV or phone lines here. So that is 11,000 up front. And that's 17,000 up front. So I don't think we're going to be getting those anytime soon, but that's okay. Let's have ourselves a little look and see how this is all doing. I'm very curious indeed. I think I'm also going to go ahead and expand upwards a little bit more here. Let's say... What height's that? That is... So that's the 10th floor. So that's the 10th floor. We need 2 more floors. We'll go up to 10 with this one. And we'll start doing more apartments, I guess? I don't see why not. I don't think I'll get them in this episode, but we'll at least plan for them and get everything in. Maybe not the utilities themselves, at least we'll get the closets in, we'll not do the plumbing. But if we get these in, as well as the recycling bins and trash bins, we are ready for some pretty big apartments in there, which I think will be quite nice. So let's get that all built up. We can get more of those at some point. That'll hopefully make these buildings a little bit more efficient. We could also look at putting more restaurants, more gourmet restaurants at the top of this building at some point. But for the time being, I think that's okay. I'm actually very curious to see if anyone goes to this restaurant. What does it serve? Lunch and dinner. So I don't think anyone's going to be going to it for the time being. But generally speaking, I would say we are doing okay here. Oh, now hold on a minute. We need to do... Yeah, so I don't have the money to do this. Let's renovate you. And renovate you and you. I can't renovate the restaurants that are having problems, unfortunately. So we are probably going to see some restaurants moving out. Which sucks. Oh, look how busy that is. That is so busy. That one's really busy too. These guys, not so much. But these places are pretty busy indeed. Which I am very much okay with. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to leave it there for today. I would say we're doing pretty well. Look at this. This is mental to look at. We have 407 population with 143 visitors, over 4,000 buzz, over 100 influence. Money's all right. I would say we are doing okay for ourselves, so I am going to leave it there. If you want your name in the game, you know what to do. If you like the video, like the video. But beyond all of that, thank you very much for watching. This has been Project Highrise, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye!